Keep all these. Hey guys, and welcome to the first official legal episode of the Gay Boys podcast. We're leaving that blank in case we need to overdub it, in case we decide to change the name.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm ready.
So,
Thinking about.
yeah, do you want to introduce yourself, Mr. Handsome?
Oh, thanks, Tommy. I'm Dara.
I'm Jay.
I'm Tommy.
Do you want to say one interesting fact about yourself, Tommy?
After you.
I have a podcast.
What an absolute fucking useless tosser.
Terrible fact. Nobody cares.
Well, an interesting fact about me is my friend Jay. We can overdub. Dara, what's your interesting fact?
It's not even near. It's not fucking. It's not one there.
We all make mistakes. Anyway, what's your interesting fact?
I am sitting on a couch inside the house that is located in
No, we have to overdub it twice. It's twice as much work for no reason.
quality fact.
We'll just overdub with them off on Google Translate saying local road.
Do you guys have any interesting stories recently?
If just we're in the mood.
Yeah, what the hell? We're going to ask Dara questions.
Fine.
Come on.
Right, fine.
What inspired you to get that haircut, Dara?
Depression.
Wow, you really knew the answer before I implied it.
Absolute.
Would you like to tell us about your depression?
What flavour of vape would you pick if you had to pick a flavour?
Okay, well, he's going to tell us about his depression, which directly links into his flavour of vape.
I prefer Jay's question.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to interrupt you because I don't like the awkward silence. Nice log.
Do you think that a lollipop could be a good substitute for a vape? Like if you were missing the flavour?
Zero lines.
Sorry, why did you go so quiet? I was asking you a question, Tommy.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I thought it was him. I was waiting for him to answer. Yeah, whenever I get my flavoured air hankerings, I always turn to Chupa Chups as a reasonably priced alternative.
Yeah, it is reasonably priced. It's like 25 cents, is it?
Yeah, they're mad cheap, and if you know people in the Delhi, in Delhi, or even better if you know people.
Is Delhi a place?
Yeah.
I know there's New Delhi, but is Delhi an actual
I know.
Well, except for the
No,
Delhi.
we mean. We're gonna have to overdub this now. We mean not Old Delhi is a place, but it got so scrambled. There was so much roads and shit everywhere that they had to build a new one because they were like, it's so fucked up. We're gonna have to start again. Kind of like what we've done with all these different.
Oh yeah, all these different takes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's only the third take. Oh, I thought you were actually gonna pull a lollipop out. It's only
No.
the stem.
It's the one from yesterday, I think.
It's the stem of
The
the lollipop.
stem.
So you never told us what flavour?
Oh, grass.
Grass flavour.
My man really is.
Bit of green diesel.
Bit of green diesel.
Yeah, love it.
Green diesel vape.
Okay. I don't appreciate you bringing Jay's grandfather into this.
Do you mean Jay's grandfather that lives? The overdubbing gonna be mad on this.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much editing. But I don't know how to edit it, so it's...
We'll make Millie, Jay's sister, who also lives on the... Do the overdubbing on this one. I hope she doesn't overdub something we don't like. We say bad... We'll say our least favourite quality about Millie.
Crap.
Small.
Funny.
That's your least favourite quality.
And spiteful.
You're spiteful. Oh look, here comes the dog. She's gonna start barking.
And she doesn't like the fact we're in the glass house.
Yeah.
You know what they say? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Oh.
Oh, apologies.
Apologies for our audio viewers.
And blind listeners.
And blind listeners. our audio viewers. We paint such a vivid description. People can just picture what we look like.
Oh, of course.
Dara looks exactly like Ryan Gosling.
Oh, I'll take that.
An aged, smug Ryan Gosling.
Smug Ryan Gosling. Dara, why do you have bad eyesight?
I don't know, one day when I was a baby, I just decided, you know what?
Did you do it to copy your brother?
That's true, your specky little brother.
No, I know.
He always has a good idea first. You have to say it about Dara's little brother, whose
do.
name we can't reveal.
Yeah, due to like
Overdubbing limits.
yeah the budget.
We made the dubbing limit. We can't,
overdub
we
so
can't play
much.
Millie anymore.
So yeah,
Hey Jay, I'm a big
Well,
fan
sure.
of your fans.
thanks.
For our audio listeners, there is fans on the roof.
How do you even turn them on? Like, they're so high up.
I switch in the wall like
No way.
or- no.
No way.
Yes, even-
Oh.
It's for like actually that's for hooking open the windows if it gets a bit.
You have no idea what you're talking about. This is for our video listeners. The window is being opened on the roof.
The glass window. I'm stuffing it
We
now.
would like you to reveal to us any requests for guests you have
In
Nah.
the comments.
in the comments.
Is there comments on Spotify?
No.
So
Email them to us.
number one.
Maybe we'll use a different email. Do you have a good different email we can use? A business one? We'll try and make an email now quickly so we can give them one by the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll make
you
an
make
email.
one. You make one. What, Dara, do you have any cool stories, like funny, interesting, like humorous little stories to tell us?
Well. Oh, let me get comfortable here now.
Yeah.
Why'd you just undo your fly?
I don't know.
It's
It's comfy. And my belly hang out.
Get down balls out.
Do you want to reveal the password and
to the
the
email.
email? Yeah.
No, keep talking. Say an
Yeah,
interesting story,
Okay.
Dara. I'm just
When me and Tommy were little, we
don't tell them this story.
Oh right, okay.
We need to go do more stuff so that we can become more interesting
Yeah, I
people.
know.
And then
We
we
do
can,
very little.
yeah, just record podcasts. That's
no
about it.
fucking way. No one's taken the name. Okay, send in your request to.
So it means we've chosen that name.
What password do we use?
We're
Just
guaranteed.
This out. Call it.
Great, that's been so muted there.
No, Millie can fix that.
Dub it. I thought we spent the
That was
bunch
really
of-
We can dub it with the same thing again. Yeah. So tell us a story, Dara.
Well, I'm not much of a story man, Tommy, but I do recall when I was younger, me and Jay, in Spain, we went to a theme park. Oh, what was the name of it?
Oh, we won't reveal the name.
Why?
Well, I guess we can. But
Oh no, free
I
publicity.
actually,
Don't. Like,
forget
we
the
get
forget
shut
the
down.
name. We
Shut
might get
down.
sponsored. Oh, it got shut down.
Yeah.
Well, then what's the issue in saying the name? No one can even go there and
What
find
was
us.
it?
Oh, it was called Tivity World.
Tivity World. That's
We are
what it was.
definitely not still there.
But,
Living in Tivity World.
we were after going on these rides and having a great time, and all of our families had a great time. And then we had left the place. And then we had heard on the news in Spain, on the news,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
on
where
the
you would hear
news.
news. That's where you would hear
that on
news.
the news, spoken by the newsreader
Yeah,
in Spanish on the news,
of course.
How did you know?
Yeah, exactly.
because Jay speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah, definitely.
He has a good
That,
point.
there was a paedophile on the loose in the theme park.
No fucking way.
Yeah, there was. Luckily, they didn't get a grab of us.
Unfortunately, they never did arrest your
We
man.
can't keep that as the profile photo
Why?
because we have to keep our identities hidden.
Oh yeah,
With using our names.
Yeah, but like first names.
and a dress. For the blind listeners out there, Tommy has taken a picture of Jay's face and put as the profile picture for the email.
Just finished setting up your new Google account.
So yeah, the pedophile was on the loose and he didn't get us
This time.
this time.
The next day, though, however.
Well, funny, I actually went back to that theme park like a year later with my cousin Ryan and Callum.
Oh jeez.
And Callum, I can distinctly remember, there was this big ride at the theme park that took you 60 metres off the ground and then dropped you down real quick. And Callum's dad went on the ride. and we told him that his dad was going to die. There's something that malfunctions in the last time, and it meant that the next people going up we're going to just slam and hit the ground. And Callum, I've never seen a man cry so much as he saw the
As he
drop.
watched his
But then the relief on Callum's face walking out of Tivoli World holding his dad's hand.
Nothing else.
Realising that they just... Funny how, Jay, the next year you went back, the paedophile was also there. Oh,
I'm going to be showing this to my parents, this podcast.
oh, bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll just mute that as well. The entire
We
story.
just beefing.
Anyway, I think that's a good transition into the funny segment of the podcast.
Yeah, well, you tell us a good story.
Yeah.
Well, I tell Jay a good story because Dara probably already heard this story before, or maybe he didn't.
True or false?
True or false? Oh look, there's your dad now. Will I apologise now or wait till
No.
later?
Shout abuse at him, will we?
Let's hurl abuse, yes.
Point and laugh.
Okay.
Okay, so the point of this next segment is I'm going to tell a story, and Jay has to work out whether it's true or false, and he gets to ask Dara one question of Dara's opinion, or maybe he'll know if the story's true or false by just hearing it, because I've known him too long. So Jay asks Dara one question, he answers truthfully, and I can lie or tell the truth depending on whether or not the story's true or not. Give me a second. You talk about something I actually didn't.
Jay, why has that tree got no leaves on it? It looks
Which tree?
absolutely barren.
That is
the
absolutely
tree inside.
shocking
in the
tree.
glass. That is ridiculous.
Some greenhouse this is.
Like,
Well,
what is that?
It
I think it hasn't
actually
been watered
it
since
had,
it was grown.
no, it had leaves, but Millie picked them off.
Millie picked them.
It's an artificial tree, but Millie went around and picked them off one day. Every single leaf.
Jeez.
The fact Tommy's thinking
Dedication.
so long about this makes me think it's a lie already.
I'm trying to pick which story to
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, so it's rather bad weather right now.
It is actually. It's raining.
It
You
is.
gotta
It's
get
atmospheric.
Get an ASMR going here.
You'll definitely be able to hear the rain
Yeah.
though.
Start licking the mic. Okay, I have my story.
Okay.
When I was in first class, I used to eat stones, and I used to find progressively bigger stones to challenge. to challenge to see could I eat the ones that were bigger than the last ones. I didn't get too far because I started getting sore, but I used to eat. I started because my sandwich fell in the dirt, and I was like, well, sure, like the bread was grown from the ground and turned into grain and then turned into bread. So realistically, it's from the ground anyway.
Yeah.
There's no harm in eating the dirt and the stones that are currently on the back of the sandwich. So I ate it anyway, and I was like, those stones are crunchy as hell in my ham sandwich. So I was like,
Like crisps.
and I could, yeah, it was kind of like crisp, except they got stuck in my teeth, and I had to get them out with my
Stones
finger.
got stuck in your teeth.
Well, they were like tiny little, like pebbly ones, like that big. And then I was like, well, sure, like they
For
weren't.
our audio listeners,
Yeah, we're audio listeners. I was gonna say
This big.
Okay, hold up your hand in front of your face, if you're on public transport especially, and see how close you can get your finger and thumb to go without touching. That's how big the stones were. And then I was like, the next day, I went to the same spot. I was like, well, I'm not going to drop my sandwich this time. And then I looked around, and there was a bigger stone. I was like, well, slightly bigger, like a bit bigger than the last one you just made with your
So
hand.
like how big?
That big, maybe.
So again, for the blind.
Marginally, yeah, for the blind listeners or the deaf viewers,
listeners, like that big.
like that big, yeah. And then I just picked it up, and I was like, it had a bit of dirt on it, so I rubbed that off, and I just
But
put it
I
on my
mean,
tongue.
like the dirt and all, like you could eat that anyway. Like,
What?
This is all part of
No,
God's
no.
plan.
Yeah, but the dirt was the worst bit about the sandwich yesterday.
Oh, okay.
This was the next
You
day.
never prefaced that.
Sorry, Jesus Christ. And then I just put this bit of pebble on my tongue, and then I swallowed it, and I was like, I didn't even feel that. And then the
Like
next
a
day,
tablet.
yeah, it was kind of like a
Yeah.
tablet, and that's probably why I'm so good. I used to, this is unrelated, and this is guaranteed to be true, but I used to swallow peas, like 8 or 9 of them at a time. So and then I worked my way up, and now I take like my tablets. I used to take like Roaccutane stuff for my face, and I used to swallow all 3 of the tablets at once,
Like dry.
like dry.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I just worked my way up. It went on for about maybe 10 school days before they started to hurt. You know what, like, as a man like yourself will know, Jay, on a podcast such as this, there's only so much swallowing you can do before it gets sore.
Yeah, exactly.
I second that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So I stopped doing it after a while. I think only one person ever seen me do it. He's given us the owl eye. Yeah, so I just stopped after a while because I was like, I never started doing it again. Which is, you know, the way smokers quit smoking and then sometimes they go back to it after they run out of Nicorette. Well, I never went back to Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can ask
So,
Dara a question.
Yeah, ask away, Jay.
One question, and it has to be yes or no.
Has
And
to
it
be yes
can't
or-
be, is
Or
this
I
true?
don't
It has to be yes or no. That's stupid.
No, it isn't.
Actually, yeah, no, you can actually ask him, and a not yes or no question. I've changed the rules.
Okay,
I'm
so
feeling nice.
see, I kind of like, you know, on the verge of like. So, how big was the biggest stone he ever ate?
He wasn't there.
Oh,
We only became friends like halfway through first class, but he would have been like in
Okay, fine. I'll ask you that question
the biggest one.
now.
For our deaf listeners,
For our deaf listeners, yeah.
I would say I got to like that size,
Okay.
which hurts. Like,
Really? That big?
it fucking hurts, right? Like, especially when you're like
I don't
half the size I am
Like
now.
on this podcast, like I know you've taken bigger, like, you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, but like a stone.
Okay, a stone, but like,
And usually I don't take the full thing
And swallow it.
and swallow it.
All of it.
Whole.
yeah.
Like, it was like that big.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fair
For
play.
audio viewers, it's about the size of a small sofa.
Or a
Um,
little stone.
Yeah, or a little stone.
I'm gonna say.
We have to ask Dara. You didn't get to ask Dara a question.
I don't think anything Dara can tell me here is actually gonna help me at all.
You just need to
You'd
think
be a
about
big
it, right?
surprise.
I'd be surprised.
Mm.
Someone looking at you.
What?
Someone looking at you.
No, I'm looking at that clock on the wall, that says something about the year 2000 and has a picture of Ireland on it. I was just looking at the counties.
Oh yeah. I actually don't know what to ask Dara here. This one seems like it's just a blatant lie. So I mean, can I lock in my answer now?
We just asked her a question, otherwise.
When did you become friends with Tommy?
I think it probably was around late first class. Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember when we were first friends, Dara? When we were first, like, I was first going over to your house, and
Yeah.
you were like, oh, it's only like 3 days till you're coming over. And I was like, well, no. I said it's 3 days till I'm going over. He said 4, and I was like, what do you mean 4? And he was like, well, if you count today, and that blew my little 4. What age? I was probably 5. Blew my 5-year-old brain.
It
Must have been
first
5
class.
in first class.
I would have.
You're
For
first
3 years of
juniors.
education before that, so you were in juniors at 2.
Juniors.
At
I was
2.
in juniors. Oh yeah, I was in
I'd
juniors
say you're
at
about
3.
8 or 9.
How? I was in juniors
you're
at
probably about
4.
6 or 7.
Juniors in 4.
We'll go with
Seems-
6.
Yes.
Yeah. It blew my mind anyway.
Alright, so I'm gonna say false.
You think it's false?
Yeah.
You're right, because I only ate stones for the first 2 days. I did the thing about me eating them off the back of the sandwich is true. I
Really?
did eat the ham sandwich after it fell in the dirt and someone seen me,
Actually,
which probably didn't help my reputation.
did
much.
you ever No, I don't know where I actually heard this.
It's definitely it's going to be true.
Run into walls head first in primary school. Like full charge a wall.
Yeah, I think so. I can't really remember.
You ran into the chair.
I did run into when I was 2. I was running up and down the corridor of my not the corridor, the hall of my old house. Just running up and down, giving it good old
Socks.
Going
yeah.
90.
Yeah, going 90, like 90 pace. And I was up and down, and then my granny thought it would be funny because she had to sit down. She thought she'd pulled out of a chair to sit down on. She thought that'd be funny. She thought, oh, I'll sit down. Lazy, gotta keep fucking standing like. And she pulled out a chair, and naturally enough, when you're 2 and you're running, you don't have very good brakes on you, like.
Of course.
Especially when you're in socks. So I was coming and I came around the corner. My granny had pulled out a chair and the way there. Bear in mind, this is casual neglect because my granny knew I had been running up and down that corner for about half an hour before this. She hadn't missed it. I was running by her. She pulled out a chair.
Half an hour straight, just running.
The same
The
route
same route.
each time,
Like,
exactly to the centimetre, like.
Like you know.
So she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she knew what she was
put
doing.
there on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had lines on the floor trapped
Maybe she
in.
thought you'd like slide under like Subway Surfers.
I was a fucking big 2-year-old.
Do you know what the car, like on the road, when people do donuts on the road?
Yeah.
Tommy had left like a trail.
Yeah,
where he
I
was going.
left. I was gonna say skid marks, but tire marks. Skid marks are a more nowadays problem. Ever since I wiped my own bum, or don't. So I was running up and down anyway. And my granny pulled out a chair, and I turned the corner, bang, straight into the back of the chair. I knocked one of my teeth out, front teeth, swallowed it like an absolute champ. Was bleeding from pretty much every orifice a 2-year-old has. And my mother was like, he might need stitches. I won't go. She was meant to be going out that night with my dad, probably to like the pub or like, I don't know, whatever they do nowadays. And they didn't go then because, you know, my mum was so put about by the fact her son was lying on the floor screaming with blood everywhere. And she was like, oh, he could need to go to the hospital. Key word bit there being could. They didn't bring me. Too far. Too much money. Not insured. They didn't bring me to the hospital. And they were like, wait a minute, where's his front tooth? Which obviously my mother would have, or granny would have found a couple of days later while she was changing my nappy. So I didn't have a front tooth till like second class. I was missing the front one. Because it never grew, the adult one never grew in because I lost my baby when I was 2.
Yeah.
So that was outstanding. Like the beer.
I remember a story. Millie punched my 2 out when I was younger. We were in France. We were driving from the top of France to the south of Spain.
Jesus.
And just during one of the rides, it was getting particularly heated, and Millie threw a punch at my already loose, like my skin was loose, and she just fucking punched me, and it just fell out, and a bit of blood everywhere. Typical stuff.
What age would you have been?
Probably like 17.
So it's 45 years ago. Man, crazy how time flies.
Oh, man. Also reminds me of another story of Dara's younger brother. One time
I'm interested to hear what this
Dara
is.
used to have this like step in his kitchen.
Yeah.
And one time Jonah was getting particularly, I said his name, he was getting particularly rambunctious, and he ran around the corner of the kitchen and fell and hit his direct forehead on the step.
Oh no.
And it was the same day as our school's sports day. And
He was
it was
getting
ruined.
practicing.
It was ruined because I wasn't able to go.
Because Jonah hit his face.
Yeah, because Jonah hit his face.
Typical.
Clown.
He also swallowed a penny when he was younger, Jonah.
And the button off the Sky remote.
Which
he was the Sky button, the one at the very top. We were in our babysitters when we were younger, and he had already eaten the coin at this point.
It was digested.
He was. It was gone. There was no coming back from that. And then I just thought to himself, like, you know what? I'll do a double and eat the button. So he ate the sky button.
Did
It's the same day, yeah.
that babysitter was neglectful.
Our poor babysitter wasn't able to switch on her TV.
What age was he?
Oh my god, he was like 4.
Did he tear the button out or did he just eat it straight off the remote?
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't actually see him eat it. I was probably watching, I don't know, playing outside or something, I don't know. But yeah, I remember our babysitter later on that day found the coin he had eaten in his nappy. Unfortunately, I mean, it wasn't 4.
I was about to say, he's
Unfortunately.
Nappies. Either way, right. If he was 4, then she was looking through his pool.
She wanted that coin back. That was going to get her through the toll.
She was definitely like waiting outside Super Value to get like a trolley or something. She's like shakes Joan up and down to get the money out. She finds the Sky remote button.
I remember another story when I was in junior infants over in school, and basically
You just pointed for any of our audio listeners. He pointed northeast.
right, okay, and basically the 6th classers of the time thought it was like so funny, right, to take the drains off like the drainage pipes so that you could just fall into them.
I do think that is pretty funny.
The covers off the septic tank.
There was one right around the corner, like a little gutter. And I ran full sprint around the corner, and my entire left ankle went in. And when I tell you I had a blue bruise just all over my ankle for weeks.
That is absolutely unreal.
Oh, actually, another story about that school. Same 6th classers. We used to have basketball nets. We didn't after this. One of them tried to do a slam dunk and pulls the entire basketball net down, and it landed on a junior infant's head.
Oh my god.
You know, like in cartoons where they hammer you into the ground?
Yeah.
It was like that.
It's like Tom and Jerry. Well,
Malarkey.
in primary school, me and Dara tried to mine for diamonds beside the basketball
I
court.
remember.
Like it was Minecraft. There was just this big stone, and we were like, "This is a diamond from Minecraft." So, like, I mean, it's pretty logical. The second you see a stone when you're, what age are you, like 8 or something? When you see
probably
something. When you see a big stone and you're 8, you're like, it's diamonds. So we got to work with other smaller stones, which for some reason we did not think were diamonds, and we started digging this hole to dig out. This stone was huge. It must have weighed like 30 kilos, and we just started digging. It was just this, and it was during the summer, so the dirt wasn't like wet. It was like sandy sort of dirt.
Okay,
so we just started going for ages digging, and we dug this hole, right? It wasn't big enough that anyone could get in. It was big enough to pose a danger to students. A bit kind of like the drainage, but it was just this big hole down, and we dug it on one side, so the stone was still there. We didn't get the stone out, and there was, how many of us would you say there was? Like 5 or something digging?
It was 5, yeah.
5 or 6 of us
5
digging this hole with stones.
What?
We were just digging away at the dirt and heaving it to one side, and then after lunch, bear in mind we only did this in about half an hour. There was 5 of us, and after this lunch, obviously. Teacher's like, what the fuck are they doing? And they come over and they see the big fucking hole we've dug. And they like pulled us all out of class. And did we get sent to the principal's office for that?
Probably.
I can't really remember.
I can't really remember.
We just dug.
Just digging, yeah.
It was good crack. Like, we dug for ages. We found no diamonds. I don't know what the intention was once we like we were
Caught
trying
the
to
diamonds.
We
yeah,
the diamond,
or
yeah.
even worse, when we got the stone out, like what were we going to do? Like bring it to some like diamond refinery or something? Turn it into a nice ring.
Oh yes.
Some armor.
I have another story about primary school. It's not me. Millie, one time, I don't know how she had the force to do this. Her friends are all like practicing flicking their shoes off for some reason. And Millie,
Like that.
yeah.
And just them coming off.
Millie flung her shoe onto the roof of the school. Like, she got it that high, and the principal had to come with the ladder and get it off. I know. I remember another story. I once got my football stuck on that roof. So one weekend, me and Dad went over and went on this roof of the school.
With the ladder?
Yeah, no, we had permission.
Oh,
But there was
okay.
like a couple of other footballs there.
No, I just took them home.
No, we didn't take them home.
We just left them up there.
No, we kicked them down. I was so tempted to take them though. I was like...
This was
free
like
footballs.
last week.
Yeah. We had permission though.
Primary school. Right on top of the primary school.
Your dad coming back. I have to bleep that out as well. Yeah, I don't. Do you have any more stories like that, Dara? I can't really remember much of primary school. A big grizzled age I am now. Probably all the running into walls.
Yeah, headbutting.
Remember when
balls.
we used to play Blind Man's Bluff? Like, obviously when you play Blind Man's Bluff you think, oh, play on a trampoline where, you know, it's okay to fall. We used to play it on a slope, and for our deaf audio viewers, this slope would have been roughly like 40 degrees, maybe 30 degrees of a slope. With
Quite warm.
yeah, no, it was very warm. It was like being in Spain, and except there's a very overdone joke. Except it was just pain because there was flagpoles.
So no S.
No S. It was just there was three flagpoles and a 30-degree slope, and we picked this area as the perfect place to play Blind Man's Bluff at the very front of the school.
No, I've never heard of the game Blind Man's Bluff.
Is this just?
Yeah. No, I've actually never heard.
I thought this was
not
you
just
being-
through the podcast.
Okay, then this is perfect. It's one person is blindfolded.
Okay.
Like we'd tie like a scarf or something.
scarf,
around
yeah.
their eyes.
Not just permanently blind them. For
No, no.
Then the next part wouldn't work out very well. But you used to tie it around their head, and then you have to try to escape from the person. And if they touch you, you're
Okay,
within an
yeah,
area.
yeah.
If they touch you, then you're the next blind man. But what we did was we had it around the flagpoles, and we just took it as an opportunity to beat the shit out of each other while they were blind. So, you know,
This area was surrounded, like this small area of grass was surrounded by concrete.
Concrete on all sides.
Concrete on all sides.
Concrete on all
the
sides,
slope.
except one side which was a bush, which people often got pushed into. But it was all sides completely surrounded by concrete. And concrete at the bottom of the slope, concrete at the top of the slope, concrete on one side and a hedge at the other, and three big flagpoles in the middle. And at the bottom, like if you're looking up at the flagpole standing at the bottom of the slope, to the right there was to the bottom right there was a very slippy area. If you got them there, they'd slide the whole way down onto the concrete. And you just used to like go and stick your leg and kick out their legs so they fall, push them into flagpoles, push them into the ditch until they eventually got someone. And the smaller they were, the worse it was for them, obviously, because you can literally like push them once and they'll go the whole way from the top to the bottom of the concrete.
There was one specific fella. One specific fella was, I'd like to say,
Stone penis.
yeah,
We call him.
we'll call him Stone Penis, yeah. But he was the one who was picked on the most, I would. I'd say.
Everyone would come in
Everyone.
and join in one push and you're the whole way down. It was actually a good story from Scouts when he had this ground.
You
match.
tell him I'm going to take a piss.
Okay, enjoy. We could bring the thing with you so we can listen.
No, you tell the
Okay.
story though.
Well,
Stone Penis.
we were this Stone Penis guy, right? He had a ground mat. We were camping with the Scouts, and he had this ground mat, and he just held it up. Everyone was taking turns running into this ground mat, and this guy, he was quite small in terms of literally everything, and I was quite large in most ways. A very round young individual.
Yeah.
So everyone was taking turns and
Yeah, when I
running
saw
up
that photos of you when you were younger, I couldn't believe that was you. Like, I actually just could not. I was like, that's not Tommy.
morbid obesity and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, well, you used to know me back then, sort
Not
of.
properly.
Walks around. And bleep this out.
No, we actually have to sift through and watch the whole podcast until we find that exact minute. And we have to go back and find when we said the certain road.
Come on. Well, anyway, this guy, he had a ground mat, and everyone was taking turns, like, and he was like, everyone was taking turns charging at him, holding it. And being me, I was like double his height, triple his width, and everything, and he had this ground mat. So he was like, right, I'll hold it up, you run into it. I was like, okay, so he had it, for our deaf audio listeners, he had both of his hands together, sort of like a Minecraft villager, and the ground mat was wrapped around them, and he was holding it up to his chest. So I took a run back, and sort of like a bull, I charged at him, and just used my head. And he went, and upon impact, I stopped. He started moving. He went flying back and hit the wall. I would say roughly he went 5 foot. with like, and it's just the bottom part of his shoes touching the ground till he hit the wall. It was like, and slid down. We're just finishing the part about our old stone penis hitting the wall.
Oh,
and that was probably one of my proudest moments. Oh,
You think it else then?
you brought a Twitter.
No. I actually have a question to ask you.
Oh.
We have been offered some pizza and chips.
Oh, pizza and chips.
Food for the gay boys. Food for the.
So,
We're fiends.
would you like to accept the offer?
I
don't know if they're trying to trick us, like lure us out.
It could be a stereotype.
Mm.
I learned that word yesterday.
Did you?
I don't know what it means. Well, I haven't eaten
All day.
since my Chinese last night, so
Go
I
and
will
give
say
the
yes
thumbs
to this
up.
offer.
Yeah, just give them the thumbs up.
We'll approach with caution.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Keep them clenched.
The cheeks.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah, good fucking man. Leave the door open. Now, Jane, have you ever read? Out of pure morbid.
Tommy, actually, I have a question for you. Actually, and you, Darren.
Okay, hit me.
So there's this box with 100 balls in it, okay? And
Okay.
2 of them are red, and 98
so
of them
50
are
sacks.
blue. No. 98 of them are blue, 2 are red.
Okay.
Each blue ball is worth 10 grand, but each red ball is instant death. How many balls are you picking up until that's enough?
Blue balls are worth 10 grand.
Each. 98 blue balls, and there's 2 red balls. You can't look, obviously.
Holy shit! I should be selling mine.
I was just gonna say, like, you'd be a millionaire, but
Yeah. Anyway, body pillow. Well,
and
I
a
don't
lot
have.
of pain.
So I get to pick as many as I want. Is there like a downside?
But yeah, each time you take a ball, your chance to get a red ball goes up. Like,
I'd pick all of the blue
Yeah.
ones out, and then when I pick a red one, I put it back.
Every single ball out. I would just empty them.
you'd empty it out.
I'd quickly write my will and say I leave €980,000 to St Vincent de Paul.
You
Draw that, and then
no,
I-
you wouldn't.
And then
No, you wouldn't.
I leave it all to what do you call it? Hustlers University. Charity for the impoverished and unworking. And then I would die twice. Since I'm dying twice, I come back. It's a double negative. I come back to life.
You come back to life, and
That
you
makes
get
sense, yeah.
and you get to donate to Hustlers University. So it's a double
I think I
win.
might rethink
It's
that.
a double win.
Andrew will love me.
Oh yeah, if he's still alive.
Romanian cancer research donation. Keep my man alive.
What was I going to say to you? Oh yeah, how much, right? From like, let's say like 10 foot up, right? You lie flat down on the ground and someone goes 10 foot above you. How much would someone have to pay you to let them drop a bowling ball on your stomach?
I'd die.
10 foot.
Yeah.
10 foot would kill you.
You'd be fucked.
No way anyone would survive that.
If you had good abs, like.
Abs of steel, the
No, but
bowling
if-
ball split. If I was built...
So it's capped at 10 foot.
Yeah.
And you could
How
pick,
much time do I have to tear?
No, like, just like now. Like,
Oh, well,
so-
no, I need 10 months.
so how
To
high
prepare.
how
Yeah.
high would you
Yeah.
say 10 foot is? Do you
No.
think 10 foot's as high as the roof there?
Yeah, about that height. No, it's about the height of
I
that
know,
beam.
I'd-
It's about the height of that beam.
No, that's
No,
like
no,
8
that's
foot.
massive.
No.
How high is that? Because, like,
Well,
six
Jay,
foot,
do you want to
whatever.
bring
You're
in your
about 6
Confederate flag? And then
No,
you can
no,
measure?
man.
You have a Confederate
It's
flag?
Tommy's Confederate
Man,
flag.
that's so fucked
You
up.
saw that.
Those
It's
guys-
Tommy's Confederate
Those guys
flag.
were slavery guys, man. That's messed up.
Yeah, but it's your flag.
Like that's no, I that actually could be 10 foot.
Well,
I would
possibly.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, from there.
No,
to
I
lie down like this. And just let a bowling ball be dropped from there.
But
Okay,
like,
no, I'd
is
put
it
the other way.
100% of the time gonna hit your stomach and
Yeah, it's
not
gonna-
accidentally hit above it?
It
and
won't hit
your
above
ribs?
it. It won't hit above it.
No. What I'm saying is right. You're saying abs. I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to spend months sitting in a chair, eating shite, so I become morbidly obese. Like they will have to get They will have to get 3 men to lift me on my side, and then they can drop the ball. I won't even notice. I'll probably fall asleep the second I hit the ground. The second my head is in
I
the
am
horizontal.
alternative to all
For
that.
our deaf
You
listeners,
just
Same
wear
bow.
like body armor.
That's
for
true.
the deaf listeners, Tommy would need to train for about
2
a day.
weeks.
A day max.
I am already morbidly obese. That's the ironic part. The joke was ironic.
No, I'd say about
Yeah, but
20 grand back.
20 grand.
20 grand. Think of how much it would cost to repair your internal organs after a bowling ball.
Yeah, but
Like,
is there-
what
like-
number's on the bowling ball?
Oh, no, like a 6. So not like something bad.
Oh, that's handy then. I could take that.
But then
anyway.
obviously you're just gonna say like 2 million.
Yeah, I'd
But
I'm
then,
just
like,
saying
is
the
there a
lowest.
cap with?
The game's the game, like.
Oh, well then, 100 million.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd say I'd find out
A
The
6 would
GDP
still
of the
go
world.
through you. A 6 would still, like.
where is this money coming from? Who's
Uh,
giving me this money? Is it just like
Hustlers
appearing?
University.
No, is it just appearing?
No, you're taken from Hustlers University.
What's
They
their what's
definitely
their
don't have that money.
what they don't have the money to pay me off. They're definitely like paying for Andrew's treatment and paying to get him out of jail and paying their legal fees.
No, Hustlers won't do that.
Could you imagine all the people paying for Hustlers University right now are currently paying to free a sex trafficker from jail, and they're getting no like comeback from it. They're getting no return on investment because he's in jail.
Says you.
Maybe investors like
Don't
you.
mind, we'll just ask Jay.
We should ask Jay what he thinks of his subscription. Is he getting his money's worth?
I'm definitely getting my money's worth.
What sort of hustling do you do?
Drop shipping.
Prostitution. No.
Oh, that's some severe hustling.
That is illegal, so I wouldn't do that.
In some countries.
Yeah, namely this country.
Mm.
Namely. Well, do you have any more interesting questions like the one about the bowling?
Tough questions.
Yeah.
Do any use while I think of some more? I'm trying to
Well,
think.
I have this good one, right? I heard this one. The Sidemen used this one once. If you had to have sex with someone with the combined 2 people with the combined ages of 30.
Well, let Dara answer this.
Yeah, Darren knows the answer to this one.
The right answer is 28 and 2.
Okay.
He hasn't heard the rest of the question.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the rest of the question.
What did I not say?
No,
They have to
if you
come-
have to have sex with 2 people that have the combined age of 30, what age are you picking? Like, what ages?
2 ages.
What?
So, like, the most even it can be, where the
Is
people at
15
the
and
oldest is
15.
15 and 15.
So 28 and 2 is the only right answer.
No, I'm saying a pregnant 30-year-old.
Yeah, but that's like over 30.
Yeah, like
A pregnant
Well-
woman a 30-year-old who just got fertilized.
Oh.
You're having bad reactions to this. Me and Dara, this is everyday talk.
yeah, it's just normal conversation.
We've asked this question every day, and every day we get a different answer.
Any more questions?
10 and 10.
10 and 10. Remainder 10.
I'll bring an extra.
Remainder 10.
For the price. For
Yeah, so
free.
you ask someone that question. Can I have like 4 people?
Does that
Dylan
have to be
Fitzgerald, our
two?
next
Is there a cap on how many people? Like,
31-year-olds.
How many babies can they have?
Oh yeah, here's another one. As of this moment, you get one blunt weapon, right? And you get put in an arena. Let's say it's 20 meters by 20 meters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And third classers come at you, right? How many third classers do you reckon you could take? So they come at you in waves of 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, okay?
Yeah.
You're building up to your number, and then at once you get all of them, you get like, and then they come at you at once, that big number. Again, after you finish fighting the already wave of them. And what object would you take? Now,
Okay.
I said blunt object when I was doing it. I said a car, right? Because it is blunt.
No,
But it
that's
can't
fair,
be a
that's
car.
fair, yeah.
No, it can't be a car for this.
Okay. There is nothing sharp about a flamethrower.
Okay.
What do you?
So you're just allowing guns?
No,
A
no
flamethrower
guns.
is not
No
a
guns.
gun.
No guns.
Like something...
Yeah, like a
you can
baseball
wa-
bat or
okay,
like a really blunt knife.
Okay, I'm going to ask for a briefcase with 1 million euros, because if I say to first classers or third classers, I have €1 million in this bag, join me, and then we'd start a war with third classers. We'd recruit them all in.
No,
And then-
these guys are coming at you like they're hostile.
Yeah,
No, they don't. They're
I'm
not here to talk.
silver-tongued.
They're not here to talk. They're here like they're just running at you.
Can't use teeth. They're
Mm.
sharp.
You know.
You know what you do? A single book of tables champions.
Yes, that's a good point.
They would sprint the opposite direction.
He has a good point. He's
They
warding
would
them
not
off.
come near you.
So how many do you reckon you could take?
With a book of tables champions.
Just
Like.
not fight them.
Oh, you wouldn't have to fight any of them.
Yeah, but so what's the number then?
How many
Infinite?
first classers are in the world?
The world. I would say this about.
No, but you have to also manage to fit them into the 20 by 20 arena.
Oh, well, as many.
20 by 20 meter arena. Well, you could get more in.
What do you
but-
mean? Like, so realistically, it's just about not suffocating in a room full of 70,000
Well, if you're going on the
classes.
basis that third classes will run away from tables champions, even though they're actively hostile towards you.
Well, like, how will they know which one I am in a room full of 4 million of them in a 20 by 20 room? It'll just be a mess of.
Like mealworms. On
Yeah.
top of each other.
Yeah. How will they know which mealworm is
It's
the
like
18
Tommy's
year old?
dream.
That's disgusting.
That's rotten, Joe.
I think. Okay, can I change the arena?
Sure.
Okay, well then I win. I'm gonna pick a gas chamber, bring a gas mask. Can I use a building?
Blunt gas mask.
Can I use a building and just
Oh my god.
or like, I don't think there's anything more blunt than a building apart from like the spire, which is not a building. It's a
And it's
structure.
short.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
Okay, here's another question. Would you rather have a magic penny that doubles in value every day for 30 days, or 1 million in cash straight away?
Penny.
You think?
Like a 1 cent
A
coin.
1 cent coin, and then the next day it's 2 cents, then 4 cents. For 30 days. You're trying to work out the maths.
I don't need to. It's exponential. It'll definitely is going to
Only
be more.
for 30 days.
Yeah, I know, but you say that. But if you think about how, like, I'm not very good at maths, but I even know, like, I do ordinary level. I even know, like, square numbers. I read that bit of my maths book where it was like that Chinese guy who showed up to the emperor, and he was like, he had like a chessboard or like, I don't know, checkers or Monopoly or something, and he was like, for every square I move in this, you will give me 1 grain of rice to double. So he doubled it, and at the end he had like, there was more rice. He was owed more rice than the entire country of China had. So, I'm going to pick the penny.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
The penny's worth like 5 million at the end.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Do I get to keep the penny, or is the money still magic at the end of the 30 days, or does it lose its magic?
No, it loses its magic, but you get all that cash.
Can I choose to
You
activate
still
this
get the
penny
original
whenever?
penny.
What do you mean you still get the original?
To remember your days of
Yeah.
doubling money.
No, you get the cash. Like,
Yeah, but I don't get to keep the penny. What happens?
Like the original penny doubles.
yeah,
So
so
do
you
you
go
have-
to sleep and then you have two
Do you
pennies, and then you go to sleep and then you have.
So you still have,
So I have
you
5,000,000 in pennies.
No, because then it becomes cash once it converts. Like,
When?
Yeah, but no,
I
if
would
you're looking at
say-
it this way, you want the original penny. You go to sleep, then you have 2 pennies.
yeah.
Which one's the real one? What if I look at it? What if I don't
You're
sleep?
thinking too much.
Yeah, what
What if I don't sleep and I watch it?
What if time stops?
Will it just like magically turn into 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What if I... Actually, so if it's like it's just appearing, well, surely, what time does it change into a...
You want to do like a show and like
No,
get
no,
a load
no.
of people in, like get a load of people to pay in to see it change.
Yeah, to like more money, but I wasn't even thinking of that, right? I'm thinking of keeping the original penny.
Mm.
So what time does it flip over? Like 12 o'clock at night?
sure.
So if I time it perfectly, 12 o'clock at night, surely if this thing is just, this new penny is just appearing in next to the old one, if I throw it across the room, halfway across the room, the old one will continue going with momentum and the new one will just fall. So I'll know which one's the original one. So I can keep doing that the whole time, keep throwing more and more and more. Until
until
I'm
a
there.
wad of 100,000 euros.
Yeah, no. But I still have the original penny because like it's not going to turn to cash halfway through flying in the air.
And
you
are
have to
these
time
like-
that so perfectly.
I know, yeah, you have to get it. I'll have it lined up on the clock.
We're thinking about this so.
No, and then I'll keep the original penny and I'll get to keep it as a memento. This is the time my money fucking doubled for a month.
So
Best November
you
ever.
won't be able to go anywhere within those 30 days. Because, like, if you're out past 12 and it stops...
You've answered the
yeah, like, the 20th day, and out of nowhere,
Your pants
your
fall
pockets fall... Like, your trousers fall off with the amount of money that appears.
the old.
And you can't leave it at home, and, like, unattended.
Oh, I
And
hear
imagine
you.
you're at Bailabra in Cavan and all your pockets just balloon with money. Everyone just like pulls your trousers down and like takes all your
Here's a
money
little
away.
maths problem for you guys. So
Fucking
you're wearing
hate
a bit of
maths.
cargo pants, yeah?
Both
How is this?
ordinary level.
Yeah, ordinary level students.
So you got 317 euro in this pocket,
Yeah.
Okay.
218 in this pocket, like 196 in this pocket, and 1 grand in this pocket. Like how much do you have? Or like what do you have?
Money?
Clapped ass trousers.
No, the correct answer would be someone else's trousers.
No, you don't.
That's a good little one, isn't it?
That's a terrible joke.
That's a good little joke.
How is that a maths problem?
Well, you're meant to try add it up.
Okay, well, we're not going to get the answer.
Not the answer out of us. I just said
No.
bad trousers. Do you have any more of these? You seem to have loads of these.
Little riddles.
Little
Yeah.
riddles. Yeah, we had Darryl. We're good at the riddles.
Mm.
You call us the riddlers. We like riddles.
I'm trying to think of like more like
The Riddlers
would you
podcast.
rather's, like hard would you rather's.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather shut a car door?
Oh, I
On
got
your-
one.
Okay, my way in
Just
the
cut
fucking
him
bin.
off then.
Yeah, go on. You go on.
Go on, no,
with
yeah,
yours.
go ahead.
Fine. Okay, would you rather kick a wall by putting toothpicks under your toenails and then kick in the wall?
Or...
It's not gonna-
Or
okay, go on. Sorry. Is that all you have?
Yeah,
he
that's
didn't even
all I
have to
have.
fit. He didn't even have one.
And the
Okay.
wall's not going to move when I kick it, is it?
No, the toothpicks will go under your toenails
And it'll just fall off.
and uproot your toenails.
Well, it's just going to fall off. Like, it's pretty harmless. In terms of, like, it's just...
No,
it's
I
just
like, can you just, like...
tap it.
No, like full belt kick.
And
What's
no
the other,
funny...
what's the other
I
option?
don't have another option yet.
So I'll pick the other one then.
So yeah, I'll just pick the other one. Alright, Tommy, you do yours. Clearly better than his.
Not really.
He doesn't even have a second option.
Would you rather close your ball sack in a car door
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
or close it in, like, a revolving door?
Either way. It's just one spinning, so it's like cooler.
No, because if... I'm thinking, right, in terms of, like, if you wanted to lose your balls, the revolving door would be so much better.
I'll just get them surgically removed.
No, it's too
This is
expensive.
cost effective.
Go to the credit union. Bleep this bit out. Go to the credit union.
No, don't even say an address. We don't have the time to be bleeping any more stuff.
you go to
I have another funny story.
Okay.
So this was at college, right? It's about revolving doors. You reminded me of it.
Okay.
Basically,
Yay.
me and Harry have this little thing.
Who?
Harry, my friend.
Oh yeah, that guy. What's his second name?
No, it doesn't matter.
It's like
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's actually his birthday today.
I thought it was his birthday tomorrow.
No, today. We're just
Oh.
going out tomorrow.
Tell him I said happy birthday.
I will.
You can tell him now.
You can
He's
tell him
going
now
to be
in a
listening.
Happy birthday, Harry. I sound like Ron Weasley.
All right, Jay, tell us the story.
Basically, me and Harry often go around these revolving doors at full pace by pushing them as hard as we can.
With your trousers on.
Yeah, of course.
Rats.
Pushing them just as fast as we can, right? And basically, this one time we were coming out of the nursing building. Now, I didn't actually see this, or Harry, but basically, this old man walked into the revolving door just as we started to push it as fast as we could.
Got trapped.
And he had to start sprinting. like he walked in just before us, and we were walking into the building. We both full sprinted and started pushing it behind him.
And are you sorry that he passed away because of you doing that?
He didn't.
I thought he did.
No, because he hit the gritty after you out with it.
What age was this man?
86.
Did you ask him?
No, we didn't talk to him after we ran away.
So you just assumed that this man hitting the gritty was 86 years
So
of age?
were you walking into a building or out of the building?
The
I think we
story's
were
made
walking
up.
in.
The story's made up.
It's not.
Hmm.
It's not. You can ask Harry.
No, because I've only ever seen like half of old people hit the gritty, and I don't think the chances.
No, he hasn't hit the gritty. That was a little bit of an extended.
So
exaggeration.
then
You
if
lied.
you just lied about the gritty,
How do we
how do we know you're not
Why are you
lying?
analysing me like jury duty or whatever?
like Jury Duty. I love Jury Duty.
Judge Judy?
If I had to do Jury Duty, I think I'd just pick the opposite of what everyone else said.
We're nearly at an hour. How long do we actually want to go for?
I don't know, well, we're pretty limited.
Yeah, we are. What
Maybe
time?
half an hour.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up soon, I
We could
reckon.
just wrap it up now.
No, I think we leave it go for another while.
Leave it go.
We would
Just
get
the
to an
hour.
hour. Get
Get the
to an
hour.
hour.
Get
Get
the
to an
hour.
hour.
Because we could split up into 2 episodes.
I don't know. We'll leave it at an hour because then maybe people will at least.
We'll
watch,
ask
like,
what
a bit
the
of it.
what the listeners think.
Yeah, what they think of the extended episode idea.
Oh,
Oh
like
yeah,
this one.
so this is like the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel's dad's a pilot.
Mm.
Is he?
He's
Not
a
in the same
terrible
way.
one,
This,
but
yeah.
He's one.
Such a horrible, terrible pilot. I'm sure he's a good pilot when he like takes the blindfold off.
Do you know how hard it is going to be to bleep all this?
Why?
Do you know a fun fact?
Just make Millie do it.
Do you know a fun fact, Jay?
Sure.
Daniel's dad lives.
Now that's going to be incredibly hard to believe because Darren just said Daniel's dad and the rest of his family.
So, enjoy, Jay. Do you know I might just not release this?
We're gonna
We
be
have
doing-
put too much
We
work
put an
into it.
hour into we put an hour into the
half.
last one.
Yeah, but it's just us talking, and you've just said like air codes and roads. And it's like
We got well. I mean, the last one we did, dear viewers, we did make another episode of the podcast in the past.
You're just never gonna hear.
You're never gonna hear it. It was a video one, and it was absolutely horrendous.
so good.
Yeah,
Blind viewers.
yeah. For the blind viewers, we had it in video, so you could see we were all sitting on the couch. You could see what we looked like. But then we realized that some of us are prettier than others, and some of us aren't morbidly overweight. So we realized this is probably easier. We're in 59 minutes, so we better start wrapping this shit up soon.
Okay, do you want to wrap it up?
Dara, you say goodbye first.
Actually, I just want a little discussion before we end.
We've got about 30 seconds to do this.
Okay.
discussion.
Should we call it the Blind Listeners Podcast?
Well, we've kind of like our Gmail's
said-
now out
yeah,
there.
we call it.
Oh,
the
sorry, yeah,
gay-
we have to call it the Gay Boys.
Yeah, okay. We do.
Okay,
call it
well,
after. we've been ironed into this.
You ironed us into this.
Okay, well,
I thought you'd feel more at home.
I've been Dara.
I've been Jay.
I was Tommy, and you have been listening to the Gay Boys Podcast, episode 1. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.